I screwed it up, Joey.
You can do it. You can still do it. Just do it.
I put the wrong one out there again.
Oh,
I got the wrong one. You know, I screwed the intro again. I told you my mind is fried right now, man. It is fried. But I'll find it and we'll jump right into it because that's what we do. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Hello, everybody. You weren't supposed to see me right now. I was supposed to do the intro. If I could find it. Where the hell is it?
Oh my God.
Where did it go?
How much stuff do you have on there? You have that much on there?
I got a lot of stuff, dude. I got a lot of stuff. This is like the pre-show. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown pre-show. We just finished our OnlyFans squat cobblers. We've had those, and we are ready to start talking about football. You know what I'm saying, Joey?
We squat cobbled in a special pie dish.
Oh. Yeah, the high dish. It was a special high dish, and that's what we're doing. I hope everybody's good. This is like a pre-game of the Philly Shakedown podcast because we haven't run the intro because I put the wrong intro out. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready. I'm good.
Let's roll.
Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
You like the way I kick things by here. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast. Welcome, Joey. It's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. What's happening?
I'm good. We're getting ready for this week. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, but we have a little bit of some news. We have a special guest today for a little segment on the Philly Shakedown.
Yeah, we have a guest. Let's say hi to some of these people first before we start. Troy's here, Philly Nation's here, Bleed Kelly Green, Papa Eagle, Brian Donahue, Wesley Rocks. I'm going to ignore you. Donnie, Jono Daz, what's going on? Mayday. I got problems with Wesley Rocks. He pissed me off the other night. System of the Knot, Eagles, what's going on? All right, so what's on, everybody? We got a special guest, Joey. Let them know, man. Let them know.
Our special guest today is obviously a Titan fan, but a Titan content creator, the number one Titan content creator for the Tennessee Titans, and that is Titan Anderson. Hey,
what's happening? What's going on, man?
God,
How are you?
It's so bright in there. I can't even see what's going on, bro. It's crazy.
Macho Man Randy Savage. I love those glasses.
What's that say right there?
I don't know. That says we just took Byard. I mean, I don't know what that says.
But, says AJ Brown.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it worth anything?
AJ Brown. Thank you for him too, by the way.
You know what?
We appreciate that.
You guys look great, man. I can't even lie. You guys I mean, it's crazy what a player can do, right?
Yeah. I mean, was it hard seeing first AJ and then to see Byard go? Has it been hard for you to do, or do you feel like that's the right move we're making? Do you think it's the right thing for them to be doing?
I actually mentioned this in my show earlier when I went live because spoiler alert, Titans are keeping Derrick Henry. Thank God.
Why?
Yeah. Everyone keeps saying that. Joey, mind your own fucking business.
I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying this, okay? It's just that we know the Titans aren't going anywhere this year, okay? For a 29-year-old running back to get 20-plus carries a game and to run him down even more, like, you got to trade him while he has value. Like, I understand, like, it's hard as it is right now. I know. We have been through a roster change where we got rid of our most beloved players, on our team. It's happened with us, and it sucks, and I get it. But you guys need draft capital. There's a lot of holes, and I don't say this because I want Derrick Henry in the pause. I'm not saying that because I want, as much as we would love Derrick Henry in Philadelphia, no doubt. But I'm just saying this to a matter of fact that, think it's time to, you got Spears there right now. It's doing a really good job. I think it's going to be a great running back for you guys. And I just think you have to trade him while he has the value that's there. I mean, that's what makes more sense to me. And hold him out of emotion. It's going to get you in trouble. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Now, were there reports today saying that they weren't going to trade him? Is that what happened?
Yeah, nobody's offering anything high enough for us. There's no report specifically on what that means. It's just the running back value. Everybody knows. I mean, the running back value is low, and he is, at that age now. But again, going back to what Joey was saying, like, why keep him? There's a lot of reasons not to keep him. More reasons not to keep him. The only thing I keep telling people is loyalty. And we have a quarterback that we're trying to see right now in Will Levis, who will be starting in the beautiful new Oilers uniforms, baby.
Those were nice.
We got to give him as many weapons as possible right now. And King Henry, he's the domination with the play action, man. He's the king of that, literally. And you got to give him as many weapons as possible. D-Hop, Traylon Burks looking finally healthy. You guys just mentioned Tyjae Spears, King Henry. You take King Henry away, I mean, you're going to make Will Levis that much less, out there with as many weapons as we already know. Titans ain't got that many weapons. We know that. We're not very fast. We don't have speed. But one thing we do have is a tank of a running back, and we can play action. Tannehill was missing the wide open throws that were wide open guys. It doesn't seem like he's mobile anymore. Right. And when you watch Malik Willis compared to Will Levis, there's an energy thing. Malik Willis looks like he's never played football in the NFL. He looks like he's scared. He's shy. He doesn't talk. We need a guy who's going to run you over, look at you, and talk in your face. And that's exactly what this guy brings: a quick release, a strong arm, and we gotta see what he can bring. Is he worth building around? And we'll know more of that with having Henry there than without having Henry there.
So what has Traylon Burks brought to? Obviously, Traylon Burks was supposed to be the replacement for AJ Brown. What has he done so far?
Traylon Burks is very talented. He just can't stay on the field. He high points balls. He outruns people. He's got a big frame. He's similar build to AJ, a little taller, but not as, AJ Brown's built like a
swole.
You know what I mean? Does he have body fat? I don't think so. Again, best.
Joey said swole.
Right. The way he's
like Joey said that with passion.
And Joey liked that one. Hey, what's the best availability? If you ain't on the field, then you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter. So his issue is staying on the field along with a few other guys like Kyle Phillips and stuff like that. So if he can't stay on the field, and again, we need to see what we have in him. But again, luckily for us, after you guys took Kevin Byard from us, we moved from third to second most cap to spend next year at almost $100 million to spend in free agent. So we got a lot of money to spend next year.
Well, I got to say this, like, it sounds like the Derrick Henry situation is a job for Howie. I mean, it sounds like right up Howie Roseman's alley, that everybody thinks that you can't get this guy, that he's done. And boom, Howie comes in backdoor, something like that. But even more so than that, what I'm really happy about is that the one time the Cowboys actually had reports that they're after somebody, it gets totally destroyed. They thought they were getting Derrick Henry. I hate the Cowboys.
I don't like him either. I need to, there's that guy that I know. I don't know about how Joey likes it, but I know that you like going back and forth with that one Cowboy guy over there, Mr. 500.
Oh, Mark.
And ever since, I've been blocked by him ever since I was in. Just hear me. This is why I got blocked. I got blocked because I was on his chat when Kevin Byard got the interception and he went to the star. And I said, that's his star now. That's our star. I got blocked for that, bro. For real.
Oh, man.
And yeah, still blocked, bro. As long, I think I am. I don't know, but I was.
They block everybody over there, man.
Crazy, man.
It's dysfunctional. It really is.
But y'all got a good. I keep telling people, y'all got You got a leader. You got a professional on and off the field with Kevin Byard. You got a guy.
Yeah, that's where I was going to just ask you about him. You know,
he won't let he'll let nothing go over the top. Nothing. That's what he does. Yeah. He loves everything in front of him. It's like I told Joey before. He's like a coach out there in the secondary. It's unbelievable. And he won't light you up with a tackle, but he'll tackle you. He's a great for sure tackler. So again, man, and there's a lot of Titans fans that just don't want to be real and like, oh, you don't have much left. And yeah, he wasn't playing that great, but again, he still was not giving up big plays. And I don't know. I think it's a great pickup for you guys. I think it fits well.
Are Titan fans kind of switching the mark right now on AJ Brown, where like he wanted more money with the Titans and then they wouldn't give it to him? Are Titan fans starting to kind of, because I know a lot of Titan fans are still kind of pissed at AJ. Is that still going on? Like, are Titan fans starting to change their mind that maybe like they should have gave him the money or whatnot?
I mean, we all knew we should have gave him the money. I mean, we were all confused. You could look at I do the live drafts shows also, and I didn't believe it at first. I was like, what? Like what? Like why? You know what? I was so confused. To be honest, every time I'm in a game, every time I'm live, every time I got a video, I got somebody saying they're switching over to you guys. I'm just keeping it a band, keeping it 100. You guys, a lot of people are so upset. I mean, and have been, and now that you have two of our guys that people really loved. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. Byard is somebody who like literally is somebody who's a superhero around Nashville, and I'm not from Nashville, but I know covering the team for so long, and that one stings even me. I got the jersey. Great guy, man. He's an awesome guy, but yeah, it's the fans right now are so used to winning. You know what I mean? They took winning for granted. Ever since we drafted Derrick Henry, we've been competitive, and now that we're kind of struggling, you see people want to jump ship. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. It's part of the gig, right?
Yeah. So you think that the Eagles that was a good pickup for them with Byard? I mean, that'll definitely help them.
Oh my God! Like. Yeah, it's crazy because you guys got such a great defense overall. I mean, we've got a good pass rush, but outside of that, we've got we've got so many holes. You've got great players all over the defense. He's not going to have to coach everybody. Hey, you got to be here. There's so many times you can watch our plays. He's sitting there telling guys, nah, not there, dude. Over there. Go over there. I don't think that's going to be happening too much on your guys' team, to be honest.
Right. Yeah. Cujo says, sounds like it's the equivalent of when Brian Dawkins left Philly. Sounds like I mean,
and don't get it twisted. I'm still hurt. I love Kevin Byard, man. That's been my favorite defensive player since Jarrell Casey left. I mean, it's crazy. He's been that solid player, and he doesn't really miss any games, so he's always out there.
Yeah. That's I mean, we'll take it. We needed a safety really, really bad. There's no question about it. I'm interested to see what Levis does as a quarterback. Are you high on him? Do you think he's going to be good? What are your thoughts on him for the Titans going forward?
I like the value where we got him. There was a time where some people thought he was going to be the first quarterback taken. At one time it was talked about. And we were able to get him, trading up back into the second round and getting him there, drafting Peter Skoronski in the first round when we really needed a guard. And he's been great. So if Will Levis ends up being, somebody that we could build around and we got our franchise quarterback, then we can, use probably a few good draft picks on building around. And also all that money that I mentioned to you before, almost $100 million, second most in the NFL to spend next year. So, we just have to use this year to find out if Levis is worth building around. If not, just trade everybody in the world and go get Caleb Williams. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Jeez. Billy Scott, David Super Chat goes, 10.5 tighten up, man. Thank you for Super Chat, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you. Man, yeah, I like Byard. I like AJ Brown. I still can't believe they're both on the Eagles right now. It's kind of crazy. But I will say that when are you guys putting out your Oilers jerseys?
Tomorrow.
I can't wait to see. Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh, see that's a great throw. That's one of the better throwbacks to Oilers, in my opinion.
I think,
really like that one.
I think you guys and us did kind of a similar thing where we took our throwback colors. You guys have that brighter kind of green, and we have the brighter blue, and we took those older look because these new colors, your new Kelly green and the new Oiler blue they're newer. It's a newer green. It's a newer blue, and they're so bold and dynamic. I think both teams did a great job. I can't wait to see it. Like, can you imagine? And all of our fans are sitting there like, wow, we're really going to trade Derrick Henry right before he's going to be able to use the Oiler uniforms. But it's just, I don't know. I just didn't see that one happening.
Yeah, because that's like shades of Earl Campbell, back in the Oilers day. That, seeing Jalen Hurts run around, like there's a scramble play he made the other night. He threw that downfield to A.J. Brown. It was like, I was having flashbacks of Randall Cunningham. So I know Derrick Henry run the ball for a lot of old Titan fans, and when they were the Houston Oilers, they're going to see Earl Campbell, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I really like your jerseys for sure. Let me see here. Dad says, I've loved watching Will Levis out of Kentucky. I like his arm. The guy's got a big arm,
Yeah, release is good too. He's got a good release.
Yeah. Quick release, very quick release.
Yeah. Rico Mart says, why are we talking about the Titans? Because we're all Titan fans now. We're all Titan fans. Well, we wanted to bring him on, bring our boy on here, and we wanted to get his opinion on the Kevin Byard trade and try to get, some information of what you could expect from Kevin Byard. And you can't help but ask him a little bit about his team situation. It is interesting,
What's his last interception? When was his last interception?
Oh, dude, he hasn't got one this year, so
probably Dak Prescott.
Dude, he picked them off so many times. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The last game that he played, Dak, when he got the 2, we rested everybody almost because we didn't really have much to go for. But he's like, I'm playing, and he ended up literally almost carrying us to win the next. Man, shout out to Kevin Byard, man. Memories for sure. Yeah. He had that one game against the what was it? I think the Browns, 3 interceptions in one game. Like he's just like literally there's time. If you guys let him play the way he's supposed to play, let him free roam back there, it could get dangerous, man. It could get dangerous.
Yeah. Do you think, I guess none of us will know, but I mean, how much do you guys think he'll play this week? How much do you think he'll play tomorrow?
Kevin Byard?
Joey, yeah. How much you guys think he'll play? Like, is Kevin Byard capable of coming in and playing right away? Or, is he going to have to wait another week, maybe have like 5-10 snaps? I really am curious to see how they use him.
I think that depends on what you guys are running and how difficult it is to learn those type of things. But I think if anyone can come in and play right now, there's no reason for him not to. He's been around for so long. He's seen it all. Again, like he's like a coach out there. I'm telling you, I think everybody around him is going to learn a lot from him because he's been around for a long time and has seen a lot of things. So I think it fits well. You guys needed a safety and you got a really good one.
And they got him pretty. They got him pretty early too. I mean, they signed him. They signed him Monday, and then what? He was in Philly Was it in Philly Tuesday? I think something like that. I don't know if he practiced. I don't know when he practiced. Wednesday he practiced.
Wednesday they did a walkthrough, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just hard to know. We'll find out tomorrow, right? That's the great thing. We got an early game. The Eagles actually play at 1.
I couldn't believe when I saw those pictures of him practicing in the Eagle green. I was like, oh my god, like. Seeing that wing on his helmet instead of the 2-tone flames, I was like, whoa, like a little different, man, a little different.
Yeah, it was crazy. John Donald Davis Super Chat goes, formal Titan players on the Eagles: A.J. Brown, Zach Cunningham, Julio Jones, and Kevin Byard. Yeah, how about that? That's pretty crazy, right?
Totally forgot about Zach Cunningham. And Zach Cunningham was we brought Zach Cunningham in. We brought what's his face? What's his name from the Steelers? Dude, I forgot.
Who are we talking about? Oh,
the other linebacker we brought in with Zach Cunningham. I forgot his name.
The dude from Jacksonville. Yeah, I know. Now I'm forgetting his name. You got me forgetting his name.
So we brought Cunningham came in and then he just, I don't know, as long as he stayed healthy, I mean, that was really it. I mean, it was late. I don't know if it was late in preseason or something like that. They brought him in or middle I think by the second game or something like that. And I guess he made the team pretty, instantly. So
yeah. Don, thank you for the super chat. I think I read that. Yeah. Former Titan players. Yeah, we talked all about that. So, yeah, man. So we're ready now for Washington. Big game tomorrow. Eagles, Commanders, Joey. What do you think?
I mean, it's another game where they have to, it's the second time around now. Like, they should play better. I don't think they played defensively too great. I guess last time they played, I think they gave way. They made him look a lot better than they should. I mean, Sam Howell only had like 11 incompletions, but I don't know what the injury report is. I don't know if Curtis Samuel's playing or whatnot, but I think since the Rams game, the second half of the Rams game, we talk about a million times. The last few weeks they played a little bit more press. They've made adjustments. Desai has been fantastic. I think Miami was his best game. You're probably not going to have Jordan Davis this week, so I would say Jalen Carter's going to get more reps this week or whatnot. And then it's an NFC East matchup. It's going to be another battle, but we play better in Washington, and that's just a fact. I think we do play better as of recent. We actually play better in Washington than we really do play at home. So, Sam Howell's one of the most sacked quarterbacks, but we said that we should have 5-6 sacks. You know what I mean? So, I think get some pressure. I think we got to do the same thing. Get to Sam Howell and get it done. I mean,
that Washington. They said Washington's on a pace to set. Right now, if they keep with if they stay on the same pace, they're gonna give up the most sacks out of any team in the history, even over David Carr. Which makes me wonder, like, as a Titans fan, what the outside looking into the NFC East, that whole division, like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I don't really see the Titans and the Eagles, like, I don't see us as rivalries. Like I don't hate the Titans team or anything like that.
Everybody. That's what I was telling everybody before. I was like, we don't really have, y'all are just like what I'm saying. You guys like are in the neighborhood, but we never really talk. Those neighbors that live in the neighborhood, but you don't talk to them. It's kind of like that. We're not really associated with you guys too much. You guys are in the NFC, out of the way and stuff. But
the amount of Eagle fans that attacked you in that stream with the Kevin Byard, I mean, it's just, it's kind of, because you
were getting attacked.
Oh, I get attacked all the time. Like if you've actually heard my content, I'm a little out there. This is PGTA right now.
What did they say to you? Like, thank you for Kevin, but was it like kind of like
lots of
thank you, that kind of thing?
Just everything in between, and then little vulgar things too, like you're just everything, everything you can imagine.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's just everything. Yeah, it's just. Even to the glasses, everyone trying to hit Cyclops swag like it's an issue. The blue Bret Hart, like, leave me alone. Come on now.
the blue Bret Hart. That's
man. Killing me, man. I saw somebody in the chat mention somebody about the fantasy. They wanted to know about Okonkwo, the tight end, because they have him on their fantasy football team. Get rid of him. Trust me, he can't catch. He cannot get open, and he can't block. Very athletic, but there it is. I'm just being honest, bro. He hadn't done nothing, and he had high expectations this season. He's not it.
He did it.
Lucius the Show, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Miles Jack. That's it. Is who you are thinking of, and for the Titans, Will Levis will win you a lot of games.
A lot of high hopes. There's a lot of high hopes for him. Really, I hope he works.
We'll see. You just don't want it this year, right? Like you're ready to lose the rest of this year, right? And just get the highest pick you can get.
No, I don't. I don't do. Not the way we draft. If I could go. Whoo, man, go look at our 2020, 2021 drafts. There's literally probably nobody left on the team. Worst drafts ever. There's nobody there. It's crazy. You got Caleb Farley. That guy runs 4.2. Could not stay healthy. Isaiah Wilson. Who's that? Exactly. 6'8", 370, 80, however big he was. Blocker from Georgia. Didn't work out. Wanted to go hang out with Lil Uzi Vert and dye his hair pink. I don't know. Do what you want to do, but I'd rather you be on the football team helping block for Derrick Henry. So a lot of things have piled up. Terrible draft picks, letting AJ Brown go for Santa Claus's milk and cookies. Like these things just pile up, bro. And I keep telling everybody that keeps jumping ship and keeps, how are you still doing this? I love this team, bro.
What about Skoronski and Dillard? How they've been doing?
Oh, Dillard's benched.
Oh my God.
Our rookie from last year, MPF, is moving over to left tackle to try to fill in there. Andre Dillard's already on the bench. He just he moves like he's stuck in cement, man. Like he doesn't know how he moves, like he's glitching and like you know what I'm saying? He doesn't. I don't know. I'm just like he gives up too many quarterback hits.
I think Philly. I think we ruined that guy. I honestly because we redshirted him this first year because Jason Peters was they signed Jason Peters back and they redshirted him this first year and then like they started him at right tackle for 3 games on the opposite side and totally blew his confidence out. And then he just got hurt every single year. And then he was like a backup left guard, left tackle for us. And I thought he played at times. He played good, but then I didn't think he was going to play this bad. But
he stinks. I'm sorry. He does. He stinks.
First round pick.
I know that was a bad one. Usually we get offensive linemen right too. That's the weird thing. But yeah, that sucks. It definitely sucks, man. So Derrick Henry's staying. That means Dallas isn't going to get anybody at the deadline. Joe, what do you do? I mean, what do you do? Do you go somewhere else and get a running back? I mean, listen, I got to tell you, I know they were talking about reports of a linebacker that the Eagles are going after a linebacker. Mm-hmm. I don't believe those reports. I don't care who said it.
If it's Diana Rossini, she was right. She was right over the Kevin Byard. She was right over the Eagles going to get a top safety. That was all the rumors. There wasn't Kevin Byard's name floating around. It was literally
she might have heard it and it might have been relayed to her, but I don't think the Eagles I think it's a smokescreen. Like the Eagles don't go out and get linebackers. When do they ever trade for a linebacker? This sounds like a smokescreen. Sounds like they're talking to the Tennessee Titans, and they're saying, listen, we're going to say you're not trading Derrick Henry, so Dallas doesn't get him. We'll say it's a linebacker, and then it's going to be Derrick Henry on Tuesday. You watch. Derrick Henry coming, baby. How about that?
I swear to God. I swear, like, if you guys, like, if that was the... You already took everything else. Like you can't. No, I told everybody. I was like, y'all can't. We gave way too many weapons. You ain't getting the king. Enough of that. Enough of that, man.
I'll take them. Father, thank you for the super takeaways. Eagles running backs are horrible on pass protection. Yeah. What are you going to do? They love Gainwell in pass protection, and he misses guys. I don't get it. Well, Deal David Super Chat, he goes, Leonard Fournette, why haven't we signed him? I assume that they don't like him because he's out there for the taking, I will say this about Derrick Henry. I accidentally went to a football game. I was living in a place called Fernandina Beach, which is just right on the border of Fernandina Beach and Yulee. And I was living there, and I was coming home from work, and they had a high school football game going on at Yulee, a high school called Yulee. I'm like, I'm going to go watch this. So I go up there, and there's this kid, and I think he ran for like 300 yards. It was Derrick Henry in high school. And that's the first time I ever heard him. I said, I don't know who this kid is, but he's bigger than everybody else. He's fast. This guy's going to be a monster. And ever since then, I've been following Derrick Henry. So if he would come to Philly, that would be absolutely fantastic.
And Titan would just, I don't know what would you do? Like, what would even
I've been asked that a lot. I'd go live first of all, so everyone could see my reaction, and I would just hope that I don't get banned. That's just all I know.
Here's my question: who would you rather him go to, the Eagles or the Cowboys? Cowboys.
I hate Dallas. I hate that team. I think the Star is stupid. Chris Johnson owns the Star. Kevin Byard owns the Star. We all own this. We've all the Titans. It's ridiculous. That's the team. I just don't in the NFC. That team just I can't do. The Cowboys. They act like Colts. I've been comparing Colts fans to them because the Cowboys haven't won in 133 years, right? And then the Colts. I said the Colts ran out of luck. when Andrew Luck retired, you guys have not been very good. And it's been a long time, and they continue to say, you don't have a ring. Yes, we don't. But you haven't won in a long, long time. So it kind of sounds like the AFC Cowboys are forming over there.
Right. Davey says 500 has told the Henry story 20 times.
I think I heard it one other time. Like,
dude, I think I said it a lot more than 20. It was like the highlight of my life. Like, I wake my wife up in the middle of the night, like, did I ever tell you when you were visiting your parents with the kids? And she's like, well, I'm like, yeah, I was sitting there and I went to this high school and it was Derrick Henry. And I swear, because like he'll come on TV like if I'm watching, and I'll always tell her that story. She's like, oh yeah. So I'm sure I have told it. D-Hart, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, man?
So who's tennis are you guys playing this week?
Yeah, we got the Falcons, man. We got the little dirty birds.
They stink.
I mean, look I don't know if you guys know this. We're over there like breaking NFL records of not reaching 30 points, man. It's been 20 plus games. We haven't scored 30. I think it's coming this week in the Oilers uniforms with Will Levis. And again, lots of play action. Run Derrick Henry. Defense should be fine. And
why did you guys choose I know this is a weird question, but like, why are you playing the Oilers with Atlanta? Like, I don't understand why the Eagles did Miami and Buffalo. Like, yeah,
weird.
Did you guys only do?
Why not do rivals?
Two.
Yeah, only two.
You were allowed. Some teams got.
You're allowed three.
Yeah,
you're allowed three.
Yeah,
I think the Eagles did it twice because I think they're going to play that. They're going to use those black ones at least one game. That's what I think. But it's like I just don't understand why you play Buffalo and Miami. Now you're telling me you're playing Atlanta. Like, I would think you would want it to be like a division opponent or like.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We play the Texans in the Oilers uniforms later.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
DeAndre Hopkins is still on the team. Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. See, I would have liked to play Dallas on in Kelly Green, or I'd like to play
or the Giants.
Like
on
we play
Christmas
the Giants
Day.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Would have been really cool. Yeah. But that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, we thank you for Kevin Byard. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man, but thank you. we need him.
Yeah, I keep telling everybody, it is what it is at this point. You know, he went to a place where he has an opportunity to win a championship. You know, whether somebody likes you guys or doesn't like you guys, if somebody's going to keep it 100 and talk, football, who has chances? You guys are always in the conversation right now. The Eagles are one of those teams that are going for a championship. Anyone saying otherwise is just lying or being a hater. It is what it is. My team's not going for a Super Bowl this year. But again, I just, losing's not in my DNA, and I don't want to see Derrick Henry in another uniform, at least not right now.
No, I mean, it's hard. It's not easy. I remember seeing Reggie White. I still have never gotten over that.
Steve McNair and freaking Ravens. That killed me. Yeah, that killed me.
Yeah, that was weird.
And he beat us. He beat us. Vince Young lost. When we played him the next year, we lost.
Jeez.
Oh, I can't. You can't make that up, right?
It's crazy. John Jones says, wait, isn't Chin a safety? No, Chin's a safety. The issue with Jeremy Chin is he's hurt for 6 weeks. He can't even play. So he would have. It wouldn't have helped us. At least with Byard. Byard's never missed a game, right? Like
he doesn't miss anything,
always
man. That guy's always he's so reliable, like for real, so reliable.
Yeah,
great guy.
That's important, man. That's important. We got 2 division games coming this week and next week with Washington and Dallas. Then we get a bye week. Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Buffalo. You got San Francisco. Like, so we need him. It's a perfect timing for him,
It's true.
Yeah, he's gonna help when he gets that first pick. Man, because it's gonna come. It's gonna happen. I can't wait to see your guys' reaction. I can't wait to see both of your guys' reaction.
Yeah, and maybe it's even with the Titans offense, maybe not sustaining drives. It could be a problem why Byard hasn't really done much this year as well. And maybe the defense is just tired out all season long. So yeah, I get that.
That has a lot. I've mentioned that too. It has a lot to do with it. Our defense is on the field all the time. It's 3 and out, turnover, 3 and out. It's ridiculous. So that could have a lot to do with it for sure. Not using Derrick Henry. Check this out. We're 2-0 right now when Derrick Henry has 20 carries or more this year. Undefeated.
Wow.
When he's under 20 carries, we've lost every game.
Yeah, I believe it. I totally believe it. No doubt. Torteville, thank you for Super Chat. During World War II, the Eagles merged with the Steelers, and they were the Steagles. I remember that. Well, I wasn't alive for that, but I remember reading about it.
Huh?
Now we merge with the Titans, and we will be known as the Titles, because when I like it, the Titles.
That'd be
as long as we win. Yeah, no. Troy says Brian Dawkins, and thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Brian Dawkins, a Bronco jersey. Lily gave me a heart attack. That one hurt. But for me, the biggest one was Reggie, because that was when free agency started, and I've never gotten over that one. You know, it's crazy. Jimmy says 500. I'm hyped about Byard. He's a leader who will teach Blankenship and Brown. Yeah, I think the influence he could have with Reed Blankenship and Sidney Brown is very, very important, because he's still got another year in his contract. He could actually be here for another year after this, Joey.
Yeah, I don't know how the contract works. I know the Titans paid I think like $7-8 million, something like that, in July, and then I guess the money it worked out. I don't know how much he cost for the year. I forgot what the number was. It was like a little over $3 million. I forgot what it cost. It's not much though. No, a little over $2 million. It doesn't cost much just to have him on the roster this year. So.
Yeah. Hey, do you know? Have you heard anything about Jordan Davis in terms of like where he is injury wise for tomorrow? Like he's still questionable. Yeah. We need him tomorrow. Although I think you could beat him. Well, I said this about the Jets game too, so you can't say it, but we should be okay regardless. But tomorrow's a big game, because I think it's really important that you're 7-1. You're going into that big game with Dallas. I don't think they'll overlook Washington, but Washington, we play them better in Washington, but they always give us problems. It's always one of those weird things, I don't know. It's crazy.
That's a weird team over there, man. Weird team.
They have an offensive I've always thought like Washington has they really have a good roster. Like it's just the quarterback situation, and even the last few weeks protection wise has been great. Like, but when we play them, there's always that big jolt of energy. That's why division games suck a lot, because the players know each other so well, and I think that's one of the biggest problems, or the biggest mismatches. You can't control it. I think offensively we should have a really good game. I know there's been a lot of between the Eagle fans, between Devontae Smith. This is what happens when we have it too good. There always has to be another problem. Devontae Smith is not getting enough, passes thrown to him. AJ Brown is having, he had a good year last year, but he is having, a dominating performance at 125 plus yards. 5 consecutive games. He gets 125 plus yards this game. He beats Megatron's consecutive catching just yards per game. It's crazy, dude. It's just nuts. So sometimes the receivers are going to have their matchups, some are not. Like I think AJ Brown's going to have another matchup depending if what's his face is playing at cornerback for Washington this week. That was benched, had some trouble the past few weeks after he played us. We'll see what happens, but it's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's amazing. So he gets the NFL record with most consecutive over 125 yards a game. I think he does it tomorrow too. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to break that record. But when you have a guy that hot, you have to keep going to him. I can't blame the Eagles for doing that. And of course, somebody's numbers are going to go down when you get a guy that's getting that much volume. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, all I care about is that we put that W on against Washington. We pull up those brooms, man. That's the important thing.
True.
Let's see.
Man, it feels good with only one loss, huh?
Feels great. It feels great. It does, yeah. You would never know we have only one loss if you listen to some of the Cowboy fans that come on here and troll. You would think we have lost every game for like the last 3 years. It's unbelievable. Mr. Ball's Life says Byard gets his first pick against the Cowboys and dances on their star this time in midnight green. Well, we're playing at home, but I would love it. I would love to see him.
Do you think he will actually do that again? Like, do you think the Eagles will do you think the Eagles will talk to him because they kind of know this information? Do you think he'll actually do that again? Is that
I don't. I would if I was writing a contract, there would be bonuses for it. Like anytime you dance on star, it's a bonus, like extra 50,000 cash. I would love it. I love pissing them off. Will he do it again? I think it's possible. I mean, I don't know, I don't know enough about how, he could answer it better. Like, is he that kind of guy to talk that crap during a game where he would do it? Because I would love it.
Yeah, is Byard a big shit talker?
Okay, if you talk at him, he'll talk right back at you for sure. Yeah, he doesn't back down. He's like I said, there's no flaw except he's not that fast. He's not, but the way that he plays, he's always backpedaling and everything like that. You know what I mean? The way that he plays, he's more of like a spy. You know what I'm saying? He's out there just looking around and picking his you know what I'm saying? And he just doesn't have that blazing speed, but he just doesn't really have any weaknesses. He just really doesn't.
Just need coverage.
Yeah,
we really need coverage.
Look at the interceptions. Look at the interceptions he's gotten us. Like so many. It's
he's leading. He's one of the, I think he's the top safety since 17 with 20. I forgot how many picks he's got.
28, 27.
I thought it was between 26 to 28. That's what I thought. Yeah,
it's up there. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Good for you
That's
guys,
great.
man. I still hate you guys for doing it, but it is what it is.
It could have been worse. It could have gone to
that's what I tell people.
Jacksonville.
I think you said it in your stream, like as long as like he goes to the other. I mean, he goes to the other side. Who cares? You know
that's
what I mean?
What I was trying to explain. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. When you got our fans right now, and our fans are just broken. Literally, like I'm serious. Like the real fans, the regulars are for real hurt right now, man. It's crazy. So. It's tough. But I keep telling people, man, you know what I'm saying? You just got to hang in there. You got to hang in there and stay strong. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Jumping ship and going to the Chiefs is always the easy answer. You ain't got to do that. Then your winning means nothing.
Right. Yeah. Phew, it's something. Well, you guys, I mean, you're in transition. So if you're going to trade, you trade out of the conference. That's the first thing. Yeah. Out of the conference and not in the division, So I don't think you guys did the wrong thing in that. And you're probably trying to do him a favor. Let's be honest. He's 30 years old, and you guys know you're probably a few years away from getting back to being that real competitive team. So you want to give the guy a chance to go out somewhere and win. I kind of think it's a classy move, actually, to be honest with you.
I mean, you at this point, like when you have a lot of holes on a team, like when you have those older vets that you want to do them a favor and have to ship them out, it sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world, but it's like doing a favor for the player. But not only that, but older vets are going to have to go. I mean, you're not doing them a favor by keeping them here when, you have to kind of start over. I mean, I don't think the Titans have like released information that they're rebuilding or, maybe they are saying that in the front office, maybe, but, I think the imploding is starting very slowly. Maybe and I think more, and if you're going to have that much cap space next year, obviously you don't want to build a team through free agency. I don't think that's the right choice. I think you got to start drafting well. We learned that after our Super Bowl in 17, we weren't drafting well. We kept restructuring and kicking the can down the road, bigger cap hits later, and it didn't help us at all. So drafting well is the number one thing. And because we haven't drafted well consistently in so long, the last 3 years have been so great. When you can have 3 to 4, at least 3 players from your draft start on a field for you, it's an amazing thing. And that's where it starts. It really starts at the draft. The more you draft well, the less money you have to spend in free agency, and the more you can be under the cap every single year, being over the cap and having to cut it down. And we were before 3 years ago, we were 75, 80, 73, $75 million over the cap. It sucks. Like, can't do that. Can't build a team that way. So,
right. Yeah. Doughboy says 500. Our offense coordinator is trash. I think he's getting better. He's not exactly where I want yet, especially with some of the way he uses like Gainwell and some of the things he does. But I don't know, Joe. What do you guys? I mean, I don't know how much you've seen the Eagles, but I think he's done. I think he's getting better. I actually do. Johnson, what do you think?
No, I mean, I think there's still issues. I feel like red zone's a problem right now. Between the 20s using Gainwell, I don't like the running back substitution. It's the same thing every week, and I hope they do. I hope they do better. And Julio Jones. Surprised at that signing, to be honest. I didn't, but I'm starting to understand it more that they want to utilize him more as a bigger, threat. He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver that's going to not get the full focal point as a number 1 or a number 2 and have much pressure on him. But I'm actually excited to see what Julio Jones is going to bring to the table as the number 3. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Major Payne says, I'll never understand why fans jump ships. I can never see myself not rooting for the Eagles. That's an interesting question. So I could never see myself either. But what if the Eagles, and we'll kind of do what the Titans happen, Titans, like what if the Eagles moved from Philly and then they became another team and then they want to bring a new franchise into Philly and they want to give them a new name? Like the one thing with the Titans I never understood was why didn't they leave the Edmonton Oilers name in Houston? You know what I'm saying? Like, you move the franchise, but you get a new name, which you guys did. But why not leave the franchise name and all that in Houston? That I never understood.
It's real weird when you look at like this person has like, you have the name, you have this person's from here, but they don't have the right. It's so strange. The reason why we're not even called the Oilers or anything is because first of all, Tennessee Oilers sounds weird. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
It just doesn't sound right at all. And I don't know how much oil's in Tennessee, but it's a little different in Tennessee, I can assure you.
Yeah.
So they actually got the name with the Titans. They actually had to ask the fans and came with the name through that way. And shout out to my wife in the building, man. Appreciate it. Michelle in the building. Appreciate you.
Shout out to Michelle.
Yes,
yeah.
But yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just the fans go to Tennessee Titans and it's just like I said, going back to the Oilers name. It's so weird because even this year they're over there trying to like they want the colors. CJ Stroud's over there telling his owners like when we get the new uniforms, let's go with those colors. You've got the what do they call, the Cougars or whatever they are. They were bringing out the Oilers colors for them, trolling us and stuff. It's crazy. It's like a full-on war right now. Wow. Back and forth, literally the social media guys are going at it. It's crazy. I don't know.
That's why it's a great thing I really respect the Titans for wearing the Oilers uniform versus the Texans. I think that's a great way to rub it in. But you look at a team like the Browns, right? Cleveland Browns were the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. The Ravens leave Cleveland, go to Baltimore, but they weren't allowed to take the name. They weren't allowed to take the franchise records. They weren't allowed to take any of that, And Houston Oilers, it sounds way better than Houston Texans. I'm sorry, it just does.
Sure.
So if the Eagles were ever to move to I don't know, where would they go, Joey? I don't know. They would go to Lincoln, Nebraska, the Lincoln, Nebraska Birds, and then they bring a Philadelphia team back. It would have to still be the Eagles, though. If it was the Philadelphia, I don't know, cheesesteaks, I don't know if I could love them the same way. It's crazy.
It's kind of similar to for me, I'm in San Diego, and the San Diego Chargers went to the LA Chargers, and it's funny because for the people who aren't from outside of California, LA and San Diego, we don't get along. So that's why the LA Chargers the people in LA don't really support. If you go to a Charger game, it's completely less than the Rams game. It's night and day.
It's crazy too, because even with the Chargers, I feel like there's so many fan bases of other teams that take over that stadium. There is no fan base in LA. I mean, it's so mixed right now because there's so many teams that are close. It's the Eagle fans travel very well. I mean, they always.
That's because the taxes are too high to be a fan in LA. Probably costs too much money.
It's crazy over here in Cali.
Expensive.
Crazy.
It's crazy. He's right. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think Washington, like, you know, their name. I think their name is the stupidest name in all of sports. The Washington Commanders with a W. Like, they went from an iconic, whether you think it politically correct or not, it was an iconic logo.
Oh yeah,
it was. Everybody knew what it was.
Yeah,
you go from that. You go from that to a W on your helmet. I don't know. And you're called the Commanders. Like, they need to scrap that. They need another name. They need to redo the whole thing. You know, it's like, you know, I'm not saying that they're going to bring the old one back, but you got to have something better. The Commanders, just stupid. It's just stupid. I hate it. I don't think their colors are bad. I just think it looks like I feel like we got a Canadian football team in the NFC.
It looks like an arena football team. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's just dumb. You know, you could do better than that. You know, I don't know. There's got to be something. JM, thank you for the super chat. He goes, since 2014, every offensive coordinator that turned head coach had a top 10 red zone offense. We're stuck with a dunce at offensive coordinator till Sirianni sucks it up and gets Brian an advisor. The red zone problems, you know, they're frustrating because it seems like the Eagles view Jalen Hurts as their big back. And when he's down there, everybody knows he's going to try to run it. They've got to do something. They've got to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
No question about it.
It's true.
You know? No, they don't feel – I like calling them the Commies. The Commies is a better name than the Commanders. Like, the Commies, they could have, like, that little sickle cell thing, whatever the hell it is on the Russian flag. Oh, that's cooler looking than the W. You know, it just is. I hate when they have the numbers on the side of the helmet too. Remember?
What about the arrow?
That wasn't that bad.
No,
that was better than this. But like, man, I don't know. I just think that they could do better than that. You know, I don't know. Just got.
I think they're changing it. I think they're changing it next year. I think they're gonna have another name next. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even buy any. Like, I wouldn't buy jerseys. I couldn't if they're gonna. I mean. You don't know if they're going to change the name. So like you're buying, then you have to buy all this stuff all over again. You got to buy, you know, all this merch and all this other stuff, you know?
Yeah. You know, I saw Toryville earlier. I clicked off it by accident, but when Norman Brayman, I don't know if you know this, Joe, when Norman Brayman was the owner, he was fighting to get his name. Like, there was a chance that for a while the Eagles were going to move. They were talking about moving the Eagles. Ooh. I think originally to Arizona. Because there was a big fight, and it didn't wind up happening. This was before the Cardinals were there. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. You never know. Jono, thank you for super chat. He goes, Iowa would be a good place for the Eagles. Iowa has probably the most bald eagle sightings, especially east on the Mississippi River. How about that? I didn't know that. See? I didn't know that.
No.
Yeah, that's great. But, you know, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm excited to see the Houston Oilers, though. I really like their throwbacks. You know who else I think has really got a good throwback? I like the New England Patriots old logo.
Oh, the cream?
The Patriot with the guy hiking the ball. The Patriot hiking the ball. I think that's so cool looking.
No, not that.
No. The New England Patriots.
You like the logo or the colors?
I like the logo.
Okay.
The logo of the Patriot hiking the football, and he's like looking right at you. I thought that was such a cool logo, and then they got rid of it, and now I don't like the one they got. You know,
why don't the Browns use the L for the Bulldog? Like, for real, why is there two logos and they don't use none of them? It's blank.
I don't know,
and it's orange, not even brown.
Yeah,
I've just always been confused. It's like everything about them is wrong.
And they use a brownie, for the. Like, I don't get. Is it a bulldog or is it a brownie? They use the brownie leprechaun, dude. Whatever the hell. It is.
Little elf or leprechaun thing. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know what it is. Like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah, the Washington Hookers would be great. You know, or the Beltway Boys. I don't know anything, but like. It's hard to have a rivalry like the Cowboys versus the Commanders. It just doesn't work, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I'll tell you the worst uniforms in the league ever is the stupid Pittsburgh ones, the jailhouse ones.
Oh God, those are pretty.
Those were ugly. Those were ugly.
I'm sorry. I'm going Walmart toilet seat logo, new Colts black helmet, and those pajama blue.
Oh, that Colts it's horrible.
Yeah, that black was hard. I mean, those are horrible. I thought
Walmart
those
toilet
horrible.
seat. Next time you take a piss at Walmart, think of that helmet. It's terrible. And what is that blue? It doesn't know if it wants to be blue or white or what is going on. It looks like pajamas, like a sleepover.
Yeah, it's ugly. It was ugly.
Ridiculous.
You know what's funny? You know what's I think's funny is the Cowboys always wear what. You ever notice they always wear their white jerseys? They always wear home or away. They're always in their white because they believe it's good luck. The team hasn't won in 30 years, and they're telling everybody they got to wear the white jerseys because it's good luck. Man, that's pitiful, dude. It's pitiful. Yeah, I don't like it.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like after seeing those Kelly Greens, bro, like I texted you right after. I was like, dude, I want these to be featured. So
I know. Most people do.
I think I told Joey, but I'm not sure if I did. I like your newer wing, on the green helmet. I think that wing looks more dynamic. If you throw that onto the Kelly Green helmet, I think that would be dynamic. I think that would look better.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like they both look cool, in their own way or whatever. But yeah, that's what I was just.
Well, I think that because those are throwbacks. Like if they went full time Kelly Green, I think you're right. I think you got to update the wing, make it pop out more. But yeah, they could do it. But that color, that color on TV. Oh my God, dude, it was awesome. I know,
Philly. I know you could sustain. You were.
I mean, awesome wasn't my word,
There were a couple times I was and people were like, "Look at his face," and I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, that sounds like me when Derrick Henry rocked. He came out against the Packers last year with the dark visor. I was like, "What the hell?" Got LaDainian Tomlinson on. Honey, I blew up the Tomlinson.
That was the first time he wore. That's the first time he wore a visor last year.
Yeah, he brought it out against the Packers, and we just dominated. Man, he's over there throwing touchdowns like LT and everything. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" It's pretty dope, man. Good stuff.
That's cool. Luscious the show. Thank you for super chat. Said the Chargers powder. Oh yeah, I agree. The Chargers powder blue is really nice too.
They got nice colors.
Yeah, they do. I agree with that. Too bad the rest of their team.
What about
sucks,
the Bengals all whites?
I like that.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's creative. Is it like why not go white tiger? Like why not? Right? It makes perfect sense. It does. I thought.
It's nice. I like it. Yeah, it looked good.
What do you guys think? Since you're Eagles, what do you guys think about them throwback Giants? Everybody in the chat too. You guys should answer that too. What do y'all think about that? Them Giants throwbacks. You guys think they look better than the newer?
You know what? I like it better than the ones they use now. But like I think the ones they use now, to me, it's really kind of similar. Like just NY and it's a little like lighter blue. I don't know. It's not that dramatic of a difference to me. When you saw the Eagles come out, like that was dramatically different.
True. Yeah, you've been making a video every year, haven't you? You've been making a video every year on bringing back Kelly Greens.
Yeah, for 6 years, 2 to 3 years, every year I've been doing Kelly. The Eagles got to bring back Kelly Green, and people would be like, "It'll never happen. You'll never see it. Stop it." And every year, people got lightened up to the idea. First year was like, "Forget it." And then by like last year, it was like, all right, yeah, we're down.
Because the color rush for us was the black on blacks, and we've seen it so many times. And, I feel like there's going to be somewhat of a change, I guess, maybe later on. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the plan is. Like, how long do you keep the midnight greens? How long do you keep these white on whites? Like the white on whites, we're going back to white on whites on tomorrow. And I'm just like, we're back to being boring.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, yeah, I know. I saw that. I think they're updating the uniforms this year. I don't know if they're going Kelly Green, but I think we're getting a big refresh. I think they've been slow rolling us into it for the last few years. And with that word mark, like we've talked about, that word mark, the new one doesn't even fit the low, it doesn't even fit
No.
what they do. Even the green color that they put on that word mark is different. So I expect a change. Rogue 7 says Washington needs to change the name to Warriors and bring back the symbol, and then they're good. Warriors would be good. Yeah. I just don't like Commanders. I don't like it. And I don't like that it's just a W. It's like there's no imagination. A W? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Bland.
It is.
It's a special W.
Yeah. It's
tart.
Yeah. For whacked out.
And they overuse it like W. Even with the black helmets, they have the W on the front. I think the W's on the front and the W's like on the back of the jersey. Like, just like it's like overused and looks random at times. I don't know, but
well, and then they go from they had that hail to the Reds. Like that was a big well-known world song. Now it's like, we are the Commanders. Shut up. Nobody cares who you are. Who the hell is that? I'm sorry. I would believe if Washington was to win a Super Bowl in, let's say, the next 2 years, I would believe the NFL scripted. Because the only way that they're going to rebrand that team is they got to win a Super Bowl. Otherwise, their brand, I don't think it carries any weight, man. It's just my opinion.
True.
Oh, why is your favorite super chat? He goes, Jalen Carter looked awesome in Kelly Green. He's been reminding me of Reggie White 2.0. He looked like Jerome Brown the other night. It really looked like Jerome.
I was hoping that guy slid. I was hoping people were going to keep passing on him. I was like, there ain't no way he's sliding down to 11. No way.
Oh yeah, you guys were right there.
Yeah, he was falling a little bit. I was like, okay. And then of course you guys had to fuck it up again. Like, come on,
Thank
bro.
God.
There's some personal stuff going on.
You could take it on Atlanta. Atlanta 4-star hand.
I hope Will Levis goes out there and just has a great game. Derrick Henry runs for $150, 2 touchdowns, a few stiff arms into the third row. Come on, man. I'm ready.
I'll be rooting for you guys. I hate Atlanta. Tortiville, they were super goes Washington Commandos. The FedEx sewage should be the clue of the name fits. It really does. I don't know if you guys ever been to that stadium, but that stadium is disgusting.
I heard they're redoing it. I heard they're fixing a lot to it. That's what I saw some news on it like a week ago, but
yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, let me get you guys' opinion. This is something I wanted to talk about. Imagine your best player calling your organization mid. You guys know right about Micah Parsons basically came out and said, yeah, the Eagles are the best team in the league.
I saw that.
Like
his top 5 teams.
Do you guys think that like that's cool? Like that would piss me off if I don't know if AJ Brown or Devontae or somebody said, yeah, Dallas is the best team in the league. Even if it's true, you don't say that. You can't say that.
He'd be off the team. 2 seconds.
It don't sit well. It don't sit well. Especially within the division. You know what I'm saying?
But that's today's day and age, though. Like these players, like I don't mind players having their own podcast, but dude, like you're in season. If it was the off season and you're looking at other teams and you're kind of giving your thoughts, it's fine. But I mean, I got a lot of crap in my comment section because of talking about it as well. It's like, oh, why players can't have a voice? It's like, no, it's not having a voice, but like you're in season talking about a division rival, and that's you're going to give a lot of bulletin board material out there. I don't know. I mean, I just don't think, like the Kelsey brothers have their own thing, like, but they talk about other stuff, like random stuff. And, but he's just taking shots or he's saying good things about every week. I feel like he's putting a target on his back every week. I don't like it. I mean, he said great things about us, so I really don't care, but I don't think it's good for him. No.
Yeah. No, you just can't. Certain things you can't say. It's like there was a quote by John Gotti long ago, and he said, I could get accused for robbing a church. He says, but I'm going to deny. I could have a steeple hanging out my ass, and I'm going to deny it. And that's the thing, man. You can't say that as a player. Like, oh yeah, they're better, because what does that tell your team? Like, dude, this is the team that he thinks is better than it. Like, I don't think that sits well at all. I don't think players like that, man.
And you have a graphic of your top five. You have a graphic that pops up on his screen that has the top 5 teams, and the Cowboys are not even in his top 5. I don't know if he's trolling or like.
No, he wants out.
Hey, that's a Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins top 10 list. Oh my God, bro.
I think he wants out, dude. I think he wants to come to Philly. I think he looks and he sees the Eagles go out, get Kevin Byard. The Eagles go out, get Jalen Carter. The Eagles get this guy. They do that. And then he's sitting there. He's at Phillies games and Phillies gear. He's got 76er jerseys on it. The guy wants to be an Eagle. But I don't want him because you can't say things like that. You know?
I'd be pissed if an Eagle player went and said all that. I'd be pissed. I wouldn't take that lightly.
I'd be upset. I'd be upset too.
Like if you say in the off season, okay. But when that season starts, you can't think anybody's better than you. You know, that's just the way.
But he's making himself look really weak too. Like even when they drafted Jalen Carter, he was with AJ Brown, the phone call on national television, and like he's just like he gets up, he has his hands on his head, like he's making himself look so stupid on a national front. Like it's just like I don't know, he just loves the attention, or I don't know what it is, but
and let me tell you the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake is Mark Holmes tries to do damage control. And he runs and he goes, makes 100 videos. And the video is Micah Parsons says the Eagles are their toughest competition. That's what he's. No. He said the Eagles are the best team in the league. And he's trying to twist it that he said it's their toughest competition. Like, dude, you can't deny you can't hide what this guy just said.
That's twisted.
You know?
That's definitely twisted.
Man, to be honest, once he started the keto cooking thing, I deuces. I don't know what the hell was up with that, bro. Thought we were here for
that keto.
I thought we were here for handoffs and interceptions and wins and losses, man. Not how many carbs and how many cookies. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
The only interceptions, Mark, he's got is intercepting them chicken wings during the game. Because let me tell you, when that game starts and they start stressing, boy, all that food comes out. I don't know. He's pulling food out of closets. He opens drawers and just huge pieces of bread come out. It's like, what the hell? And they just keep eating. And then they got this guy that looks like Kim Jong-un. He's running around there and he's eating donuts. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'm telling you. It's crazy.
I don't watch, to be honest, too much since he blocked me
and
all
blocked
that crazy stuff and the keto thing. But whenever I do click over there just to see when the Cowboys are losing and just kind of see him upset, it's a mess. You hear the guys in the background screaming over his trying to report to his audience, and all you hear is guys in the background yelling at the referees on the screen. It's wild. It really is. But hey, man, whatever works for him.
Yeah,
we have a clip though. We use a clip at the end of every shakedown, so we remind everybody.
Yeah, we have a meltdown. Yeah, we always like to keep it at the forefront or at the end of videos so people don't forget what comes every December. Cowboys choke season. It's a beautiful thing. Now, Joe, we do gotta talk about this game a little bit. Mm-hmm. What are your I guess we think we're going to just roll this team tomorrow, don't we?
Hey, if you guys gonna talk your team, I'll dip out and let you guys do your thing. If you guys want to do that.
No, you're more than welcome to stay. You can add.
Yeah.
You can.
I mean, if you got stuff,
tell us what you think. You know.
Whatever you want to do. It's all good, man. I'll let you guys do your thing, man. I know that you guys want. The last thing they want to see, I would love to. There's more times I'll be able to come on and talk with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I know.
Oh, you're welcome to stay though. You're welcome to stay.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. But I'm gonna let you guys do what you guys are doing. I appreciate the time for real.
Of course.
Again, man, for all the people listening, man, leave a like, man, at least, man, whether you like the people or not, leave
subscribe
a like. It goes a long way. Yeah, like, subscribe. Continue to show support to everybody. And again, man, if there's anybody to watch from the Eagles, man, you guys, I mean, Joey, I talk to on almost a daily basis. He's a great guy. And 500, man, you're fucking hilarious, bro. I swear to hilarious, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks,
man. You guys have I hate your fucking team, but you guys got a great team, man. The Philadelphia Titans. I mean, I meant the Philadelphia Eagles are hell of a team, man. Hell of a team.
Thank you, man. Well, like I said, you're welcome to stay if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the kids ready for bed and stuff like that, and get the stream ready. We got the Oilers and stuff, but I just wanted to let y'all know for real though. Thank you guys, everybody, all the Eagles people in the building. Appreciate you guys. You know, all the hospitality. You know, good, bad, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, man, we're all football fans, and again, man, thank you, Joey. 500. I'll see you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Man. Thank you, man.
All right, tight. Thanks for joining, man.
Love y'all. Let's go.
Love you too, man. Yeah, that's cool, man. That was cool that he came on. We appreciate him having. Definitely go, Joey. You have his.
Yeah, I've been putting his links in there.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, get that in there. But no, nice, great guy. I hope you don't feel like we ran him off. I wasn't trying to do that. He could have stayed.
No, I get it.
You know, I did want to talk about this game.
Yeah.
Because I know. I mean, this is a big game tomorrow. You're 6-1. And 7-1's a big deal with Dallas right around the. I mean, Dallas is on deck, and if Dallas might lose tomorrow. I mean, they might lose tomorrow to the Rams.
Right?
So yeah, they got the Rams. So you know, these games are big, and I mean, I don't think we'll have a problem. I think we'll be able to be washed, but you got to go play the game.
Yeah,
you know?
I think really like the offense. I'm really, besides the red zone and hopefully they just play a little bit better. I mean, I think the wide receivers are going to go off. I think Dallas Goedert getting more acclimated now, and we'll see what happens with that. But I think our defense, definitely has improved. And I understand like Terry McLaurin can really catch anything towards his way. I know Curtis Samuel was. I know he was questionable. Now, what are they doing at nickel spot this week? Josiah Scott is not the answer this year. I thought he played well. I thought he played well last game. Do I think he's the answer for the rest of the year? No. Bradley Roby's going to be out probably another week. Hopefully comes back for Dallas week. I wonder if they, throw in some Eli Ricks in there, get a little physical off the line. I think that's one thing we got to kind of make sure of, that he definitely gets more playing time.
Yeah. Oh, I think Rick, you're going to see a lot of Ricks tomorrow. I have a feeling. Joe, no, thank you for Super Chat. Goes Washington Wacky Worms. It's just a ring, has a ring to it. It really does. That's much better than the Commanders. I totally agree with you. Totally agree. But yeah, I think you'll see Ricks. I think you'll see Sidney Brown. The question for Washington is if they cannot run the ball versus the Eagles, which nobody has been able to do, but if they can't run the ball, I think we're going to blow them out, because I don't think how the way he holds on to the ball, this isn't he ain't playing the same Eagles team that he played week 4, where we're 100%. Still trying to come on. It's a lot different team right now. You know what I mean?
But you have to think about it this way too, because the Washington felt really embarrassed losing to the Giants, and looks like Jonathan Allen had that little press conference after the game. He was pissed off. He's like, I'm tired of this crap every year. And I get it, so I think they're going to be pretty pissed off going to that game, and the Eagles can't back off. They got to keep sticking to what they're doing. And like I said, you got 2 division games before your bye week, and the Eagles desperately need this bye week. And let me ask you this too, the Jalen Hurts situation with this injury, this lingering injury, and what I don't think we talked about it, because I definitely made some videos on it. And when do you think this happened? And do you think this is more of the Eagles forcing him to stay in the pocket since he's not really bailing out too much? Like, what is your view on this Hurts injury and how they're using him?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, because I've heard a lot of different things. Heard that it was the New England game week 1. Heard that it was because of the tush push. I really don't know. I personally thought it was that Rams game, but it was not, because it was the other knee. Remember that one scramble play where it looked awkward? That wasn't it. So I don't know. I don't know when it happened. I know it didn't happen last week. So the thing is this, though. He's not even on the injury report. So you can't be injured and not be on the injury report. I think Atlanta just got in trouble for this with Bajan. They didn't play him the whole half because he had the flu, but they didn't disclose that he was even sick. So I don't know how they're going to go about.
Could it be because they don't want to give any defenses that they're facing any ammo on what's hurt on Hurts? Is that against the NFL rules?
Yeah, you have to disclose it. No, you have to disclose the injury. You'd have to disclose it. So I don't know what's going on. But he did have a brace on. There are times where he's run and he looks like he could, he doesn't look as fast. And then there are times where he does. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what to think about it, except for that he's not on the injury report. So I have to assume that he's going to go down and play. We're going to play, I have to assume that. Dan Kelly Green says, member for 29 months, man. Thank you so much for the support. It didn't say anything, but thank you. Here's my question to you, though. If you have Hurts, who is banged up in some sort of way, wouldn't that make you want to go after a guy like a Derrick Henry? Or a big back, somebody that can take the pressure off the short yardage runs from him because he's hurt after all?
Well, it's hard for me to say because it's like, why add another running back if you don't know how, if you're not using the ones that you're supposed to, if you're not using the ones you're supposed to be using and you have no idea how to use certain guys, whether it's using game mode between the 20s, who you're using in red zone, who you're using on a crucial third down. It's hard for me to say is gay. I think what we have, we can make it work, but they're just not making the adjustments in red zone and all that stuff. And I think that's been a big problem. Rashad Penny not playing, the guy needs to take some hits this year. Is there something lingering? Is this injury from last year? Is there something wrong? He only played 5 games last year, so I'm figuring he's healthy and he's ready to go. So what is the problem? I think the beat writers really need to get on this and see what the hell is going on with Rashad Penny right now, and why are they not using Boston Scott? I think we can kind of both agree that Boston Scott might be the second best back. I think Boston Scott definitely can. I think there's something there, man, because I think with Boston Scott's size and how they could use him, he's got that sneaky speed. He's got that height disadvantage, which is a huge advantage for us. And they can use him on certain plays. I don't know, if getting another, and I talked about maybe getting Leonard Fournette for red zone. He's a free agent right now. He visited the Bills. No signing happened, and then obviously the Derrick Henry thing's been the biggest thing. What would you give up? So I'm guessing with the Derrick Henry news is that teams may have offered. I think a lot of teams called, but I think a part of it is I don't know what they're expecting, a second-round pick at this point. I mean, I'm not giving away a second-round pick for a 29-year-old running back. It's definitely not happening. A third, sure, but I wouldn't go any higher than that. So, like I said, the running back situation, I think they have what they need. I think we're just very impatient and,
Yeah. Maryland Eagle, man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. How dare you? Thank you, man. Says, what up, guys? Keep up the great work. You and Joey are awesome. Let's get the dub tomorrow. I'm thinking Devontae goes off tomorrow. Man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. I'll give you a hot take for me. I think the Eagles are going to have 2 100-yard receivers tomorrow. I think Devontae and A.J. Brown both get 100 yards receiving tomorrow. I really think that's going to happen. So I'm with you, Maryland Eagle, and shout out to you, man. He's an old timer, been with the channel a long time.
Wow!
And thank you so much for super chat, man. We appreciate it
very much.
I gotta tell you, this is gonna sound it's probably gonna sound like something I would say, but I think all this talk that Derrick Henry's not getting traded means he's getting traded. I think he's gone. I think he's gone now. I think the Eagles are gonna snag him. I just got this weird feeling it's going to be the Eagles now.
By Monday, I think after this game, we'll fix.
It's going to be Tuesday, 10 minutes after the trade deadline expired. After it's it's over at 4 Eastern. Yeah. Right? It'll be 4:10. Oh, late breaking news. Derrick Henry is on his way to Philly. There's my prediction. Something's up.
Yeah, you can't believe everything. You can't. I'm just thinking maybe there's more true news by the end of this whole thing. Maybe a team goes in there with a phone call and maybe spices the trade up or something like that. Yeah. Derek Barnett. We didn't talk about this either. Derek Barnett's on the trade block apparently right now, and I don't think you could straight up get I don't. Well, look. I don't think you could straight up trade him and get a pick. I don't. There's no value. Where is the value on 2 tackles and not having a quarterback hit the last really 15 weeks? I mean, really, like, it's been a long time. So
I'll take a pair of socks.
If you're gonna trade, whether it's a linebacker, whether I don't care. Kenny Moore. Here's the trade I want badly, and I think it's more of a value, okay, than more of a luxury. I think Kenny Moore from the Colts. I still, even with Bradley Roby coming back, is Josiah Scott the best depth piece? I feel like if you really want to make a move here, you go get Kenny Moore. It's one of the best nickel corners in the league at 28 years old, okay? And if you're going to move on from the 1-year deal things, the rentals are great. They might annoy us at times, but the rentals are a good thing because it gives Howie options at the end of the year. If they feel like they want to re-sign somebody, those options are available. Those options are still there on those little 1-year deals that we keep here. So the Kenny Moore thing is more of a value than getting a Derrick Henry as a luxury, or, maybe a backup right tackle would be a value because, we need a backup right tackle within the next couple years or whatever, since we don't really trust Jack Driscoll that much. So because I feel like you still need depth at nickel regardless, that there's too many injuries at the position, and getting a Kenny Moore to start and maybe Roby being in on certain packages or something like that would really help the defense. I think getting a cornerback, getting somebody in the secondary would help tremendously. That's my trade.
Yeah, I think Moore would be a great trade. This sounds like the Eagles were interested in from what we've heard. So I mean, you never know. I think that could be a situation where it could happen. I think a pass rusher could be a situation where they would get rid of Barnett and bring in somebody else. I could see that. Offensive line it just seems like that's the hardest position to find somebody that can come in, So I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
So the good thing is we'll get some. I mean, if the Eagles stay healthy this game, knock on wood, I hope they stay healthy this game. But I'm saying going into Dallas week, you'll get some reinforcements back. Hopefully, Bradley Roby will come back. Cam Jurgens should be back, and Sua Pet has done a pretty good job. I got to say, the guy can play both guard spots. He's done a lot. I think he's one of our best linemen. That's backed up right now. So getting Jurgens back next week is going to be big for this offensive line, no doubt. And we're hopefully getting healthy at the right time, and then going into the bye, let Jalen Hurts rest in a couple weeks, which we really need him to. So that's big too. Get it?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Bald Eagle David Super Chat goes, Titans saying they won't trade him so he plays well. It might be. Who knows? We'll see. If they don't trade him, I'm okay with it, as long as they don't go to Cowboys. Linda Davis Super Chat goes, DeRossini reported the Titans will retain Derrick Henry for this year. Yeah, I know they do, but sometimes when you put reports out like that, sometimes teams give reports to media so that they say a narrative that they want, So, maybe you want to increase the chances that they would get an offer. You put out, we're going to keep them. We're not trying to trade them, because you want to have some sort of leverage. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but I'm just saying, I've seen reports like that before, and then things happen. So you just don't know. Fabio David Super Chat, he goes, Howie wanted Henry before the season. I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumors on. There was definitely a lot of rumors on Henry coming here, and but something just happened, and it didn't work out. Something within, I don't know what happened, how it all fell apart, but we'll see.
Texas boy, thank you for super chat. He says, I just need to apologize to Philly. This isn't the real Texas boy. The Eagles own Cowboys. Dak absolutely stinks. Can't win playoff games, and I'm just off my meds and curious. Thanks. You're welcome. We definitely know that ain't him, but I like it. I like this. I like this Texas boy. He's very polite. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Colton says, 500 shakes. Would you be interested in Chase Young or a running back, maybe Cook off the Jets if we get him? I would be interested in both those guys. I don't think Washington would trade Chase Young in the division. It would never happen.
You never know
what's going to happen.
Doubt it.
it's going to be interesting. Trade deadline will be an interesting day, but we've got to win, man. What's your score prediction, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
God, I haven't even thought about a score prediction because these division, especially Washington, like you said, it's always a troubled team with us.
Yeah.
I think they should separate this game. I could say this now if the Eagles don't make any mistakes, if they don't shoot themselves in the foot during this game. I think it could be a 34-24 game. I could see that. I mean, there should be a little bit of separation. I mean, I don't think you'll have another overtime killer again. I mean, hopefully not. But we almost had a heart attack that game. But I think the defense plays, close to their chest. I think they press a little bit more. I think I watched the All-22. I was actually I was shocked, and I was so excited sitting there watching just the amount of with Sean Desai and his disguising coverages and the man-on-man. I mean, just what he did in that Miami game, and Miami just didn't attack. I mean, usually a team that they attack vertically with the receivers, they really didn't. And the Eagles were very good. I mean, they were very good. Besides the 3rd and 18, they were very good. So
yeah. Bald Eagle David Super Chat goes, it's Chase Young. Put some respect on his name.
I died, dude. You
walked right into that.
Well, did you see the news? Did you see the news today? They actually said, so depending on what Washington might trade either Montez Sweat or Chase Young, depending on if they win against the Eagles or lose against the Eagles. So is their season over if they lose today? I mean, tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess not technically, no, but it sounds like they have to make a decision on which way to go, And Bald Eagles, thank you for that super chat. MP says we traded McNabb and Djax within the division. Well, we traded McNabb. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson was cut, and he went and signed a free agency. But McNabb trade, you're right. It's very odd. I mean, it does happen. Sonny Jurgensen got traded back in the day. It does happen. But it's not very often. And if you remember the McNabb trade, all the Eagle fans were like, what are we doing? Why would we trade a franchise quarterback? And Washington was saying, they're so stupid they traded us their franchise quarterback. But Andy Reid knew they were shot. He knew I really believe he knew McNabb was shot. And so, I think he pulled one over on them. Yeah, but it's not impossible that it happened. It just doesn't happen a lot,
Right.
Danelle, David Super Chat goes, I'm with Joey. Trade for Henry for us not to use him makes no sense, and trade Barnett for a bag of Doritos. I mean, if you got Henry, you're gonna. I mean, you don't think they would use him? I think he would come in right away, and they would use him.
They would use him, but how they would use him, and how many snaps would he get per game? Those are the questions I have. So. I don't know.
Yeah. Who drowned in their home?
I
keep seeing somebody's drowned. Who drowned?
Matthew Perry.
An Eagle player?
Matthew Perry from Friends. Matthew Perry.
Really?
Yeah, he passed. Yeah.
Why is every time we stream somebody dies?
That's not true.
Dude, Suzanne Summers.
When was that? Suzanne Summers passed away?
Yeah, she died last Saturday. And then
what?
The week before there's somebody. It's like every week somebody dies. I swear to you, every week I feel like we're doing this. Somebody dies. Suzanne Summers died last week. This guy Perry dies. Who else died? Every week somebody dies. I'm serious, dude. I'm not even kidding you. Like what? Every week we stream. That's very weird. He drowned in his hot tub. Man, I like Nick Castellano doing some bad happens. Yeah, that's really so he drowned. I keep seeing because I kept saying somebody drowned. I'm going, well, who did?
Yeah, that's weird.
I would make sure it wasn't a player or something. Damn, that sucks. Well, rest in peace to him. But I'm telling you, this is every week, dude. Dude, I know if I think about, I could probably mention like 4 or 5 other people. Like legitimately every week we're doing a stream dies. It's really weird.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
weird.
know. Hmm.
That's horrible. I didn't know. I was trying to figure out who they're talking about. Like, I'm like, who's drowned? What are you talking about? You know? But that sucks for him. But I have the Eagles. I have the Eagles. I have the Eagles winning tomorrow, 31-10. I think they're going to take it to this team tomorrow.
Like, why only 10
think
points for Washington?
Because I think the Eagles' defensive line is going to shut them down. I think that Howe is going to have a lot worse game than he did the first game. I felt like he blew his load in the first game versus. He ain't going to get those kind of looks. They're giving up about 5 sacks a week on average right now. He holds the ball too long. I think the Eagles beat the crap out of this team tomorrow. I really do. And I think the Eagles win decisively. I think A.J. Brown breaks the record.
Ooh.
I think he's going to have over 125 yards. And I think Devontae Smith also has over. I think 2 receivers get over 100 yards tomorrow. I think Jalen Carter gets 2 sacks.
And do you think the difference with the defensive line this week, or at least to this point since the last time I faced Washington, is that Reddick is in stride right now? Is like Reddick is in a streak
Reddick
right
is
now?
Playing well. Reddick is playing really well. Josh Sweat's playing really well. I think defensively, I think they're starting to find themselves. They're starting to figure out, it seems like the side's starting to figure out what works with the guys he's gotten, and I don't know what kind of boost you're going to get from Byard there, but I mean, I don't know how many snaps he's going to get, but man, it's a completely different. When you think of the Eagles and you think of the secondary, right? You got, Slay, Bradbury, Blankenship, and now you can insert Kevin Byard. It changes the whole secondary.
You know what the crazy stuff like Byard talked about because Byard and Reed Blankenship played at the same college, Middle Tennessee. Now they both have houses in Tennessee. Like Reed still has a house in Tennessee. They actually worked out this past off season, like just weird.
Yeah,
and when Byard left,
I saw that.
When Byard left when he got drafted, he became the starter at Reed became the starter at Middle Tennessee, and it's just crazy. Like the chemistry is already there, which is with communication probably really well. That's a good thing. So.
Yeah. Eric, they were super chat, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. He goes, did you guys see that every time the Eagles make a move, the Cowboy content creators go crying because they feel they should be doing the same thing? Oh, my gosh. It's so ridiculous. See, that's the Cowboys fans, though. They're always entitled. They always think that everything revolves around them and that they deserve this and they deserve that. And they get really, really jealous.
The Byard trade really they're like some of them, a couple of them I saw on Twitter were saying, like I can't lie, that's a great move. They needed back end help and they got it. Like the Cowboys don't make moves like this past offseason, getting a corner and getting Brandon Cook. They don't make moves like that. So when they make moves like that, it's very rare and they get really excited about it. Very, very excited about it because they never do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Furman says, thank you for super chat. He goes, thank you, Furman. He says, honestly, guys, if we got Henry, how would we use him? Would it be like Garrett Blunt thing? Also, what would you give up for him? Yeah, I think it would be somewhat similar to LeGarrette Blount. I mean, Derrick Henry's still one of the best running backs in the National Football League. You can use him, I think, pretty much any way you want to use him. So I think where you're really going to get the benefit of him, though, is in the red zone. Because we always think in the red zone, it's like first and goal at the 1. But a lot of times it's first and goal at the 8, first and goal at the 7. Like, to have a guy like that, hey, they might know you're running, but they're not going to stop it. I think that's where you would benefit him. And you imagine just a complementary piece to Swift, like the change of pace. I think it would be tremendous. As far as compensation goes, I think like a 4th or 5th round pick. I don't think you're going to give up a 2nd or a 3rd round pick for a 30-year-old running back. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark. Like I wouldn't even give up a 2nd round pick. I wouldn't even give our we have 2 2nd round picks going into next year. I wouldn't even give up one of those. It'd probably be a third round pick or nothing. And they're probably asking for more. I really wouldn't doubt it because he's still got juice in the tank. He can still do some good things. But I would use him for red zone, obviously, and I would use him on crucial 3rd downs as well. I mean, I would definitely use him, no doubt. I mean, use him for help him with tush push. I mean, it's already good. Use him. to have him push behind Jalen Hurts, he'd probably throw him over the pile by himself. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Q says, Philly, which is better? Vic, McCoy, Djax, Hurts, Swift, Brown. Also, I was clapping my cousin while watching a steam by my wiener also died during, like, what? Wait, what? He was clapping his cousin. Does he mean banging his cousin?
Yes,
yes.
Holy shit.
But why did it die? I don't understand. I'm so confused. But as far as Vic, McCoy, and Djax, I'll take Hurts, Swift, and Brown. I'll take those guys over them.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't understand that. I don't understand what he's saying. What is he saying?
Watching the steam and my wiener also died.
Is he talking about? Is he talking about food? Is he talking about hot dog?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Well,
sometimes these guys say them.
Philly picks this shit.
I don't read the comments before I pick them. I just try to include everybody because I'm trying to get everybody involved. And then they say things like that. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. he meant watching the stream. Oh, but why did it die? I don't understand.
I'm like, steam?
Hey, Philly, Joey, another outstanding show. Thank you, Mark. Let's get the likes up, everyone. Also, thank the guest content creator. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, definitely.
Ty Anderson for coming on, man. We appreciate that.
Definitely.
Team says we don't need Henry, we good power back in Rashad Penny, who last year averaged.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that was good. I don't know. I would love to know what's really going on with Penny because when they asked about him, it's so dismissive,
A reserve. He's just a reserve back to like a fresh set of legs for the end of the year. Is that how they? I mean, to treat a player like that though, like a guy that probably was like, "Oh, I'm going to go into Philly, run behind this offensive line," like all the promises that he got, and then he's just like sitting every game. Like I don't.
Yeah.
How does he feel about it? It's just crazy.
Are we still talking about that guy? Thousand knows what he's looking at. I had no idea. Listen, dude, I had no idea what the hell. Like I'm old. Like some of these words I don't even know what they mean anymore. Like I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
What is
like
clap?
Clap? What are you talking about? Like what do you mean? You're clap? You're yelling? You slapped your cousin? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Seriously, dude. Like you took me. That's why I always make jokes about like pause because I think it's so ridiculous. Like Paul, what? Like I don't know what it took me like 4 months to know what it even meant. I don't know half the shit that they say on here anymore means. I'm old. Yeah, clap and cheek. I get it now, but at the time, it was like to me, a clap. I'm thinking it's like a back. Thinking back of the hand. He gave his cousin back of the hand because, boom, getting out of shape. I clapped right in the face. I didn't know. It meant something else. That's how you know you can. Listen, I call you guys people. I call like pound, or like hashtag to me is pound from the old beepers, right? Pound 411, pound 911, and you guys call it hashtag. To me, it's pound. I'm old school. I'm an old G up in here. Jonah David Super Tay goes, "Hey Joey, I heard Devontae Smith might be having another child. If true, what does that mean for the future of the Eagles?"
So I streamed last night, and somebody was like, "Oh, because Devontae Smith's a father, and like he's not focused on football, and like I swear to God, people are digging shit out of the grave." So I mean, there's like a competition between these two now. Like the fans are like splitting them two apart. Like there's even people saying to trade Devontae Smith. Like there was some stupid stuff on Twitter that was like stupid. Like he's not playing at 100%. Like you have it so good right now. And AJ Brown is, I'm sorry, but Philly, you're right. I mean, the hot hand is what? It's AJ Brown. Look what he's doing.
No.
I mean, it's just
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. I don't know. The dude drinks with pinky flashes. That's probably true. Yeah.
This chat is crazy.
Dude, we got the awesome. I'm sorry. These are the awesomest. You guys are the awesomest subscribers.
Excuse me, guys. We need to talk about football and not go off topic.
I love it. I think they're the best because they say stuff they know I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They know that they're going to confuse me and I'm going to get like go off with some tangent. They know.
Shout out to Titan Anderson because he messaged me before the stream and he was like, "So what? Like, do you guys have like a set? Do you guys have set questions to ask?" I'm like, "Set questions." Like, nah, dude, this is as unscripted as unscripted can be. Like,
I know you never know. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. It's time to go tomorrow, man. We gotta win the game. I will ask you this: do you think that winning or losing affects one way or the other what we do by the trade deadline?
What do you mean? Like what? Like
do you think if we win, it's more likely they make a move, or if we lose, is it more likely we make a move? Will it affect it?
No, they're gonna make a move. I mean, if you feel like you could add more to this roster, you add more to this roster. I don't think it depends on that at all. I mean, I think by Monday, hopefully it's some rumors on Monday, and I think like Tuesday will be like, we'll see by Tuesday at before 4 p.m. or after that. Obviously, if something is official, maybe it won't be official until after the time. But I think something's gonna happen. I do, and if it doesn't, then I just feel like it's not. I feel like something is going to happen. I mean, we got Kevin Byard, so I can't complain about it. They filled a hole. Pause. But we'll see.
I learned that one. I know pause now. Like, see, when the whole pause thing started, I would just stop and pause because I thought I was supposed to pause. That's why I pause. Yeah. When I do it and I pause now, because what I would do, I was reading and pause, and I would be like, "What does that mean?" Like, I had no idea. I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. I think that you had to get the safety. You got the safety. I think anything that you do at this point is just icing on the cake. This team is good enough right now to win the whole thing. They were good enough to win the whole thing to me when they got when they got before they got Byard. It's funny. And I will say this, like it kind of annoys me that all week leading up to that Dolphins game, they're going to put 80 on us. They're going to put 70 on us. And then we go out there, and to me, we beat the most dangerous scoring team in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. I don't care if people want to say they didn't play, but I still think they're the most dangerous offense. And we shut them down. And to me, it showed me we could beat anybody. But all of a sudden, now the Dolphins aren't that good of a team. It's not that big of a win. It's not that impressive. I'm so tired of that, Really, it just frustrates me.
Agreed.
Linda, thank you for Super Chat. You should have waited for this part of the show. To say that. Yeah, I know. I don't know, I hate that pause shit. So annoying. Listen, it's annoying to me too. But what's more annoying? If I miss it,
people are going to say it.
Are lit. I get DM'd. Hey, Philly 500 at the 1:13:43 mark. You forgot to pause. I get that, dude. Seriously. So it just is what it is, Yeah. But I was very frustrated that we got no respect for that Miami Dolphins win. No,
because everyone thinks because this happens every single week, but because of the refs and the refs helped the Eagles out. But look at the opportunities that Miami didn't cash on. Okay. I mean, the drop touchdown by Tyreek or kicked or kneed the ball when he got into the end zone, rolled out of bounds. That was one. We gave them a free deflection pick 6. I mean, they had they had 10 penalties. I mean, they fumbled the opportunities. I mean, it's just everybody has opportunities. They fumbled it. I mean, that's what they did. That's all it's been. The Eagles. I haven't heard any good things about the Eagles this week. It's I just seen videos on Twitter literally about all the times that the refs helped the Eagles and helped out the Eagles in the whole entire game.
Oh my God, that's the worst. Oh, the referees too. Oh yeah, the referees are why they won. Right. Oh my God, dude, it's just like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Let me ask you this: and I know I asked this last week. I probably just ask you. I ask you pretty much not every week, but what about as we're going forward now, like as the schedule's kind of shaping out with 2 division games, you have a bye week now. What are your looks on like how the Bills look so far, San Francisco, like those 2 teams in general? What are your thoughts on those 2 teams as a standpoint right now?
I think that the toughest game is that Kansas City game in Kansas City. I think that's the toughest game. I think the Eagles beat Buffalo. I think the Eagles are going to match up well against Buffalo. I think they're going to beat Buffalo. And then I think the 49ers, I think they match up well with them because the 49ers, Minnesota proves all you have to do is stop McCaffrey, shut the run game down, and Purdy folds. He folds. He's one-dimensional.
Oh.
So I think the 49ers got real problems. And listen, they got to play Cincinnati tomorrow. And Cincinnati's coming off a bye. That ain't an easy game. And they might lose that game. And I think Dallas could very well lose to the Rams. It's going to depend on what Stafford shows up. But if Stafford comes in and he's playing well, they're going to lose that game.
Yeah, I mean, you got Puka Nacua and Atwell. You have a speedster and Atwell.
Beast.
Yeah, and Stafford, because of the Eagles' good pressure, he had a touchdown. I mean, he had that little slant, that little going upfield, and they totally missed him. Like they got weapons. I mean, they got weapons.
And Stafford's ready to play. The question is, can the Rams run the ball? If they can run the ball, that'll be the key. But I really think it depends what Stafford you get tomorrow. Plus, you don't know if Dallas is overlooking the Rams for the Eagles, so we'll see.
And then I think with the 49ers too, this is like the second game they played was when they dealt with adversity. Like, I don't know how long Christian McCaffrey's going to last with that torn oblique. I mean, he's playing well right now, but how long he might not even be around for postseason. I mean, I think they'd be weaker if they had Debo back and if Christian McCaffrey was out the rest of the season. I think that would be very a weak, having that weak backfield, no doubt. So it's not looking good. So I know Purdy was on concussion protocol this week. Apparently he's active to play. But Purdy is dealing with adversity with offensive weapons being out. Trent Williams can't stay healthy at left tackle. I think that's a problem. So we're going to find out. It changes by the week with injuries. These
are the kind of comments I love the best. Hey, Philly, last week I at a bar in Philly, I criticized Gainwell, and someone said I don't know ball, so I got mad and slapped the shit out of him. I'm afraid to go back. I'm not about that life advice. I think you got to go back and you got to go back just on purpose, just to make the point. I'm back. Nothing else. You don't have to do anything else. You know what I mean? But you got to show up, even if you're not about that life. Just pretend you are.
I mean, why would somebody be mad about Game? I mean, look, I think as of right now, Gainwell's had a better season last year. So, had a better season last year so far. I think last year was a good year. This year, he's, like I said, he's not a bad running back. It's just the way they use him and on certain downs in red zone, the play calling in red zone. It's just, he's not the Swift brings juice to your offense. And look what he did in the Miami game. He made like 2 guys. One move. Open space DeAndre Swift is almost unstoppable. You're going to get those positive yards.
Yeah. I thought Swift, he made some great plays. He didn't get big chunk yards, but man, I've never seen such great 5-yard runs in my life. He was good. I don't hate Gainwell. I know a lot of people think he do. I really don't hate him. I just I hate the way they use him and they use the running backs. That's what my issue is. It's not. No, I don't. It's the way they use the running backs is what drives me up a wall. Like when you put Gainwell in for 3 or 4 series in a row, you've totally taken one threat off of your offense for those 4 series. Why not mix them in and out during those 4 series? So that defenses have to be aware and be conscious.
Yeah, I think going to this game tomorrow too. I think, like I talked about it earlier, I think Julio Jones just lining up Julio Jones just lining up, I think, is a big mismatch as well. I think Julio Jones gets a couple good catches in this game. Might not be anything downfield, but I think we'll see what happens. But I'm excited to see. I'm actually excited to see Julio Jones in this offense, see how they use him, if he gets opportunities or not. So we'll see.
It's going to be interesting. I wonder how much Washington's going to put on trying to limit AJ Brown and how much that opens up for Devontae. Devontae could have a huge game tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're both going to, but this could be a Devontae Smith. This very well could be a Devontae Smith game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Major Page is 500. I'm cooking some burgers. Would you like one? Sure, I'll take a burger. Absolutely. Double says, sorry, but my opinion is that all these idiots that actually thought Purdy was the second coming of Montana and Brady should be banned from sports talk after shit. Oh, dude, it was even Kurt Warner too. I mean, it was crazy. It really was crazy. It was. Well, listen, we're like an hour and 50 minutes in. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
No, I mean, I think we're good. I mean, we're gonna have a busy next few days. Like we have the game. Hopefully, we'll be in celebration tomorrow night, and we'll have a lot of content out. And then by Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna be keeping our eyes and ears open for. We're expecting somewhat of another move, and and I know like a lot of people aren't a fan, but if Diana Rossini's talking, Eagles are looking to make another move before the trade deadline. I feel like something is going to happen. Maybe linebacker is a smokescreen, maybe it's not, but it could be a position that we're not thinking or not expecting. So keep your eyes open.
Yeah. Wayne Dan says, didn't we pick up? No, we didn't pick up a linebacker. There's some rumors that we might be interested in one. I personally believe that's a smokescreen. I think they're looking at another position, maybe defensive back, maybe another corner. But I believe somebody in the Eagles organization leaked linebacker because that's a position they're not going for. The Eagles don't trade for linebackers, and they just don't do it. I can't see them doing it. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. But let me thank everybody for joining. If you guys haven't, click the link in the description. Sub up Joey if you're on my channel. We will be doing post-game tomorrow. We're both streaming the Eagles, right? You're streaming the Eagles tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm streaming the Eagles tomorrow. I'm also doing the 49ers game. So, so I'll be doing a doubleheader, and then we'll have Shakedown around normal time for Sunday because we don't have to wait till late. So, so it'll be a little earlier tomorrow. I'm not streaming that. I don't think the Sunday night game is that great. So I forget who it is.
I almost fell asleep. I think the last time we streamed, I literally had, before we started, I had to go to my sink. I had to get cold water and slap my face because I was so tired.
Oh, that game.
I was so tired.
Oh, yeah. I know. I didn't sleep. That whole night. It was the beginning of a long week. So it'll be a little earlier this week. And we'll go from there, guys. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to get out of here. And I guess that's it, man. Anything else before
your camera's off? Your camera's off, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Can you hear me? There you go.
Yeah, you're good. Now you're good. Okay.
Sorry, I turned his camera off. I wasn't even thinking. I just turned it off.
No, I'm good. I'm
out of it.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm ready for tomorrow. I want to get this.
Awesome.
So
awesome. All right, guys, we're gonna let you guys go. We will see you tomorrow. We streaming. Should be a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, House also. We'll see you. And you guys take care. We will talk to you later. And, of course, don't be a dingbat. Peace.
Peace out.
Not time for one more play. We had one more.
Yo, you got to be motherfucking kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
what are you doing?
running from
what are you doing?
Get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more play.
We had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had an opportunity for one more play.
One more thing. Timothy, thank you for the super chat, man. It just came in. Thanks, y'all. And remember, time to get off the stream and do pinky up with the wife. Absolutely. You know it. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, we out of here. Peace.
Peace.